you are going to naturally start holding your standards and your values to a much greater level of importance. It's gonna make literally everything else that I'm talking about in this video 1,000 times easier. That is going to fuel your self-worth, and that is going to remind you what you truly deserve. Literally the best thing I ever started doing. Today we have a very exciting and also really important topic to discuss, and that is the healing era. In today's society, there are so many things that are disrupting our peace, and there's so many reasons why we might feel like we need to recommit to our personal healing, because between social media and modern dating culture, there's just a lot to deal with. The biggest goal of the healing era, if you have never really heard of this term before, in my experience, I've found it to be just learning how to fill up your own cup so then you can truly heal from the inside out. And it also means that you're going to learn how to nurture yourself and care for yourself in a way that will make it a lot less likely for you to search for that comfort and fulfillment in external sources. For the past year, I have very consciously been in my own healing journey. I went through a pretty bad situationship last year, and it basically it was the thing that switch in my mind. I feel like sometimes it's the hard experiences that really drive you to make changes in your life, and I really hope that this video helps you do that. This starts with the groundwork. So first, we have a little exercise that we're gonna do. Get out a journal, get out a piece of paper and a pen, and you're just gonna write out things that you find very energy giving, things that make you happy, that make you feel fulfilled, like any passions that you have, like what really makes you you. On the other side of the piece of paper, energy taking things that are draining you, things that are making you feel burnt out or stressed, dysregulated, things that maybe are triggering your fight or flight response. I've found this to be such a simple and easy way to just remind myself about what things I want to be focusing on and what things I really want to be steering clear of. I feel like especially in the early stages of just trying to recover from a hard experience, when there are things that are taking our energy, whether that's one really big thing or if it's a bunch of little things that have compiled into a big thing, it can leave you feeling really dysregulated. This was something that I felt so strongly when I was first starting this process. But as you can gradually remove the things that are energy taking from your life and replace them with things that are really fulfilling and that make you happy, then you're going to actually finally feel like you're recovering. This is your reminder that if you're still talking to your ex, that is something that is probably disrupting your healing journey so much. I promise you, you will thank yourself if you go no contact. Because in my experience, I felt like it was just impossible to truly heal from what I went through until I completely knew that it was over. So exercise number 2, we're going to be looking at our habits. And I really want you to ask yourself, what things are really going to nurture me in this time in my life? It doesn't have to be a bunch of things. It doesn't have to be the things that you see other people doing on social media, because sometimes one thing will work exceptionally well for someone else, but then for you, it just doesn't feel that beneficial. So I quickly just wanted to talk through some pretty basic habits, but also the habits that I have found the most helpful. So the first thing that I want to talk about is journaling. Journaling is literally the best thing I ever started doing. I've basically been journaling every single day for the past probably 6 to 10 years, somewhere around there. It's been a long time. But I feel like journaling is just pretty much good for anything because it's so personal. You can literally write about whatever you want. I feel like I've just been able to see the connections between so many different things, and I'm like, oh, that's why I reacted in that way, or that's why this type of situation makes me feel so bad, is because this happened in my past. And it's you figure out so many things. Next is meditation. This is something that I feel like some people are a little bit apprehensive to try because it seems sometimes a little too woo-woo, but I swear meditation is really helpful, especially if you are in a state of fight or flight. When I just got out of the bad situationship, which I'm gonna continue referencing apparently, I was meditating every single morning and night, sometimes like 3 times a day. It just helped me finally be able to calm my nervous system down. Okay, the next thing is a really fun one, and that is to look at your hobbies. What things do you do just for fun? Things that have no expectations behind them. I feel like I actually posted this on my Instagram story the other day, but I've really been in my hobby era, so to speak, because I've been crocheting, I've been doing puzzles, I've been reading so much, I've been painting, I've been doing a lot, and it has helped my mental health more than anything. And when I kind of rediscovered these things after what I went through, I was like, wow, this is actually like really making me feel fulfilled and happy and like myself. But there's something very, very therapeutic about hobbies as well, and that is something that I don't think should ever be overlooked. So even if you don't have maybe a favorite hobby right now, just try out a bunch of different things, see what sticks, see what makes you feel happy, and yeah, I think it's just something that everyone can benefit from. Okay, now we're gonna talk about physical health, because while it is maybe not the most exciting or fun topic, working on your physical health, your sleep habits, your eating habits, your self-care habits, all of that kind of stuff is so important, because it's gonna make literally everything else that I'm talking about in this video 1,000 times easier. Because in this time you may be feeling really depleted, and focusing on things like your nutrition and your sleep especially are gonna help you feel so much more alive again. Because while a big part of a healing journey is mental, it is also physical, and you cannot neglect those things. The last thing for habits that I want to talk about is therapy. This is something that I actually just started very recently. While I don't have a ton to say about it yet, I have so many friends that have benefited from therapy just immensely, and I think like if you can get into therapy, it's definitely gonna fast track your healing journey. The last kind of category that we have is mindset, dating, and relationships, because those things very prevalent. So I intentionally left the topic of mindset till the end, because in my experience, I have never found a mindset to truly click in my brain until I've gained it naturally. You have to kind of gain a new mindset through experiencing things that will lead you to believe that mindset. So what I said earlier about filling up your own cup, that is going to fuel your self-worth, and that is going to remind you what you truly deserve. So when anything that comes along just simply isn't that, it's not going to meet those needs that you have and deserve to have met, you're just going to know it's not worth it, and you're just going to let it go on by, and it's not going to disrupt your life. You are going to naturally start holding your standards and your values to a much greater level of importance. You're only going to want to bring someone else into your life when they truly make your life better. Because at the end of the day, any relationship that you have, it should be adding value to your life. It should not be taking away from it. Give yourself as much time as you need in this journey. I feel like this is just something that you're gonna go through your entire life. That is all the advice that I have today. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, it would mean so much to me if you gave it a like and commented down below. If there's anything that maybe you would want to add to this video, little bits of advice that you maybe have from your own healing journey. Here's my Instagram if you would like to see more content from me, and until next time, I will talk to you in my next video.